And your old dad was a
Yeah, my old dad was a photographer. He came of age in the 19. He was born in 1935, understanding power,
Okay.
and he learned photography. He was born and raised in Brooklyn, Albany Projects, and he went in the military at 17 years old, and it changed his life. You know, he was a photographer. Somehow, I don't know how he did it. We never got a chance to build about it, but at 17, he went into the military when his old Earth died, and he was assigned to a ship that's now a museum on the west side, the USS Intrepid. And I don't know how this black man did it, because back in those days, a lot of black men weren't getting jobs like that. So here you are, a young man out of Brooklyn, of all places, in the military that's traditionally Southern, and you are a photographer, and your task is to document life on the ship. And that experience allowed him to travel throughout the Mediterranean. So as a young seed, I remember looking at his reflections of Greece, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Germany, you know, through his travels at that young age. So when he returned, you know, back from his time in the service, you know, he tried to embark on a photography career. And I believe he met a lot of roadblocks because he wanted to open up a studio, and it never happened. But nevertheless, he was always with a camera. And he was known as that photographer, that family photographer, documenting history and culture. He's no longer here, but I have all of his negatives, so I'm able to revisit his world through his reflections and see his life. And that's a beautiful thing, because I look at pictures or reflections as frozen moments in time. So my old dad is gone, but what he saw is here. So now I'm able to throw out these moments and decipher his journey. And he would go on to teach me photography. You know, once he saw my interest in it, he directed me to books to read. He had a vast library in his home, and I read every single book in his library, from photography to massaging to politics. And I'm a young C now. I'm like 15, 16 years old reading it. So a lot of that informed me and put me on the path in which I am. And even my father had art. So I look at the art that I've collected over the years. It was inspired behind him, because in our home, we had art. You know, we had books, we had music. My father was like a scientist. You know, he'd be building model airplanes. He'd be doing crossword puzzles, would be drawing. So he was very skilled.
If Mecca did this.